Hi there Sagittarius, welcome back to Wild Lotus Tarot. This is going to be your intuitive monthly reading for January. Welcome to 2021 guys. Let's see what's on the cards and how your January just may play out. We'll be getting started here with the Sacred Power reading cards, grabbing you a couple of those, then going to the Work Your Light Oracle, drawing your lead tarot card from the Moonchild Tarot, and then I get out the tarot positions with the Rider-Waite clarified with the Starchild Tarot. So let's go, Sagi, let's see what we have for you. That one, okay. Self-love. It's a time to up that self-care, take the rest that you need. Maybe, I don't know, some of you might have joined the gym as a New Year's resolution, or get out there, regular walks. Make sure that your nutrition is good and that you're drinking at least 2 liters of water each day, incorporating lots of healthy plant-based foods into your diet as well as the other foods you eat. And we have boundaries. Some of you might need to establish more firm boundaries. You know, that can be only saying yes to what we know we can really follow through with. It can be, you know, keeping others at a little bit of an arm's length if they're continuously trying to come in on our energy, demand of us, that kind of thing. Just making sure that you are keeping in balance in terms of your work and work-life balance and all those kinds of things. Otherwise, you know, we can really get out of balance, and that's when we need to increase that self-love, that self-care. Let's see what the Work Your Light has to say. Oh, no. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? So you're really being encouraged to be all of you, Saggy, authentically you. Make sure you're not holding yourself back in order to fit in. Sometimes when we just need to establish some better boundaries for ourselves, and you know, then we can really get on and redirect that energy where we really want it to go. And I've got Star Mother, how can you mother yourself? So we're continuing the theme here of needing to really care for ourselves and understand that. So we really need to be able to hold and nurture ourselves. We can't always outsource that to others. So how can you nurture yourself a little bit more in the month of January? I've got the Eight of Swords here, and this is an interesting energy. I mean, it's the energy of the mind kind of getting away on us, taking control a bit. It can be through the overthinking, the overanalyzing, feeling like a little bit of a victim, and it could be because we haven't had the strong enough boundaries, right, and we've allowed others to come in and take from us, or maybe we've been sabotaging in some way. The thing is that when we kind of a little bit out of control in that sense, we can build a bit of a prison for ourselves, and sometimes we just need to move into a place of leading with the heart, leading with intuition, leading, you know, from a place of what we really want to do rather than what we think we should do. That can kind of release us from this. And I'm thinking back to your yearly reading, Saggy. For your January, we had the Ace of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords, and I do believe I interpreted that as a feeling of maybe sabotaging opportunities, and it could be because of this pattern. This could be a pattern of sabotage which is keeping you stuck or trapped in some way. So let's see how that shakes out in the reading. Really needing to up the self-care, coming back to a place of heart-centered energy rather than the head. So we'll begin now with the energy of recent past up to the current. Let's see what that is for Sagittarius, please. Oh, there we go. It is the same card, Eight of Swords. You can see the Rider version of that now. Cards don't lie, guys. Let's go to the blocks, obstacles, and challenges. I mean, that very much is the challenge. The Fool, yeah, you're holding yourself back from some kind of fulfilling, beautiful new beginning by staying in that energy. New opportunities can't magnetize to us in that kind of holding pattern. It's a lower vibrational state. And we're going to need to leave it behind. Let's get the outcome. Queen of Swords, yeah. Oh my goodness, and the Magician at the bottom. You've got a real stepping into power that needs to occur here. Really getting back into magician energy, and understanding that you are creating your reality by the thoughts that you think and the energy that you take on. So we must make sure that it's positive, guys. Let's get the clarifiers. Got the Three of Swords here and the Knight of Wands. Eight of Pentacles here with the Four. Just want one more for that. Oh, it's the Ace of Cups. Did you remember when that was at the bottom when the Fool came out, guys? It's all perfect. Clarifying the Eight of Cups, I have got, oh, Akashic Records. This is written for you. Absolutely written for you. King of Pentacles. And clarifying the Queen of Swords. Oh, it's the Fool again. It's called Starseed in this deck. Oh my goodness, guys. There is a new beginning wanting to burst through for you. And that is interesting because going back to January, we had the Seven of Swords. Here we see it represented as the Eight of Swords, and you had the Ace of Pentacles in that reading. Here we have the Ace of Cups. So very much so the message in your January of the yearly reading was a pattern of self-sabotage that may be either blocking opportunities, or that there might be an opportunity that's presented itself, but because of your energy there and maybe the self-doubt that we can't fully grasp it. We have a very similar theme here. Double Fool energy and Ace of Cups. There is a new beginning here that wants to come through, but first of all, you're going to need to step into your power. You're going to need to become your own magician here. You're going to have to transform this energy in order to allow it in, because I feel like it's blocked at the moment. Let's jump in, Sagi. Eight of Swords that we've kind of spoken about, Three of Swords, and the Knight of Wands. You can get a better view of the Ace of Swords here, sorry, the Eight of Swords here. In the Rider version, so you can clearly see that the limitations of the mind hold you bound, and they also block your intuition. Third eye, heart, gut, all bound up here, and we can't follow what the desires of the heart and be led when we're stuck in that kind of energy. Guilt, shame, hurt, sorrow, victim mentality, feeling hard done by, and it could be from 2020, and you know, fair enough, Sagi, but it's time to let it go. It could be from a hurt. Three of Swords, known as the heartbreak card, talks about grieving and sorrow and feeling sad about the things that we really wanted to manifest and create that have maybe been stopped for us by the hand of others or by our own sabotage. You could have had a relationship end. Some of you have lost jobs. Some of you have lost money. Some of you are hurting for others that have gone through that situation. But unfortunately, we're going to need to really heal, because it can hold us back. The Three of Swords is a three for a reason, because it says that when you let go of that energy and heal it, heal your heart through that self-love, that self-care and mothering yourself, that is when you can create the new, right? Number three, creatorship. And then you're going to be moving forward to the new frontier with speed. Knight of Wands. It's a card of Sagittarius. Some of you could have experienced the hurt at the hand of Sagittarius or Sagittarius involved. But for others of you, this represents the fact that, you know, it's time for forward movement, Sagi, in the direction of your passions, getting back into your power, feeling lit up again, definitely not dimming to fit in. The Knight of Wands is somebody who's charging in on a stallion, not afraid to be seen, in full power, full fire energy. You know, this is, well, I mean, you are Sagittarius, so it could have been that there was another Sagittarius involved, or Sagi, it could be that this is a representation of you coming back into your power, right? Getting back on your horse and doing life in a passionate way again. So that's what I'm seeing there, guys. So I had a little moment there where I was talking to you like you weren't a Sagittarius, but it could be either Sagittarius was involved, or this is an indication that by healing that heart, you're getting back on your horse and you're getting back into life again. So blocks, obstacles and challenges. The Fool, Ace of Cups, Eight of Pentacles. Sagi, if this doesn't say fresh new beginning that wants to come in for you, I'm not sure what does. And with Double Fool, it's like there is a new path opening up, Sagi. You might be encouraged to take a leap of faith on something. There could be an opportunity that's going to come in for you, or may have already presented, that is going to really fulfill you on a sensual level. It comes in with the Worker card. So for some of you, this is a work, job prospect or course of study that has the potential to provide you with deep satisfaction, maybe connection with others. You might meet somebody through that as well romantically. For others of you, it can be a romantic proposal. It can also stand for that self-love, that self-care that we see in your oracle cards, and saying that there's a little bit of work to be done in that department before we can be in full energy. Somebody who's in full illumination of that sun energy and is feeling the universe's guidance can actually tune into that guidance and be led by the instincts. But the Fool is generally a fresh new start, turning over a new leaf and beginning to walk a whole new path without getting caught up in where is it leading, where am I going, where's this love, this opportunity leading me. The Fool is about being fancy free and just going in the direction of your rebel heart as led by your instincts. So there's a powerful, powerful new beginning here for you, but there may be some work for you to do to get into a good place in order to fully grasp that opportunity, is what I'm hearing here. In the advice from Spirit or Tarot, Knight of Pentacles, Akashic Records, Eight of Cups. Well, this is all predestined for you. I mean, Akashic Records is my card of predestiny in this deck. It's actually an extra major arcana, and if you know about the concept, guys, it's like our soul has a library, a record. I see it like a hard drive of all of the big karmic lessons that we have experienced in other lifetimes and those that we signed up for in this life in order to evolve our soul. So when I see this card in a reading, it says that there's a bit of a life lesson playing out here, something that needs to be overcome, and this is all playing out as destined. So it's to take notice of that. We've got something to overcome here, something to learn, and we're growing and expanding. We've got the Eight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles, and this is saying to me that it is time to transition and put a new plan in place for your life. The Eight of Cups can be about moving on from a place that hasn't delivered in terms of fulfillment, and that could be by staying in that Eight of Swords energy where we're being over cautious, over careful, we're a little bit in that victim mentality. That's not delivering the full range of emotional fulfillment. So it's time to move on. Your intuition's telling you to do that. You can feel that there's a real missing piece in the situation at the moment. So the person in the Eight of Cups moves on to claim the Ninth Cup, the cup of wish fulfillment, the one that's trying to come in for you here. The Knight of Pentacles is an energy of putting a plan into place. It's one thing to know, I need to make that transition. I need to work on myself and overcome these limitations. But without action, it's just an idea. So the Knight of Pentacles is about actually putting efficient plan in place for getting there. Do you need to go and do some counseling or some yoga, some self-care, exercise? What do you need to do in order to move ahead in your life? Because this is about planting seeds. It's the things that you do now that are going to determine the quality of your harvest in the next season. As a card of good things takes time, and have patience. It's all moving in the right direction, but it may be a bit slow at first. But you're being encouraged to start the process, to start moving this month. Start moving towards what you truly desire. Okay, Sagi, look at this at the end. We have the Fool again, called Starseed in this deck, the Magician, and the Queen of Swords. And you would have heard my slip up at the beginning of the reading when I said Ace of Swords by mistake instead of, I think it was Ace of Cups, or the Eight of Swords, I think it was. Well, here we see the Queen of Swords actually grasping the Ace of Swords. There's a breakthrough coming for you. The Queen of Swords, card of Libra, is about stepping back and seeing the big picture. Understanding that, yes, we've had hurts and we've had challenges, but if we hold on to those, we're keeping ourselves in a very small corner of a much bigger picture. So we need to release that and let it go. And that is how we make a strategic move forward and we begin to transform our lives. That's the victory to be claimed here. There's a real sense with the Queen of Swords of stepping into your truth and becoming more aligned, definitely not dimming to fit in. These are all energies about being seen in all of your glory. So there is a new beginning here, but there's a message here that you're going to need to create it for yourself, to carve the direction out for yourself. You are the Magician, Sagi, and you can make this happen. And what you don't realize now is that you actually have everything you need to do it. You don't need anyone else. It's not outside of yourself that you need. It's inside of yourself that you need to transform. Cultivating a strong inner game so that you are magnetizing towards you what you truly desire, the Ace of Cups, the Fool, rather than more of that Swords energy. Just acknowledge that you have the resourcefulness of the Pentacle, the emotional intelligence of the Cup, the intellect of the Sword, and the power and passion of the Wand. And together they make this beautiful alchemically balanced toolkit for manifesting what you truly desire. And it's when you realize that and have that awakening that those tools are already within you, that you unlock that infinite potential. We just can't get caught up in the mind, guys. I'm talking to myself here as well. We all do it. I mean, I know all this stuff. I talk about it every day, but I still fall into it as well because we're human, and the ego wants to keep us safe, and it keeps us small sometimes. Because when we're playing big, we have to overcome the fear barrier, and that can be really scary for many of us. So I really feel it's that awakening, seeing the big picture, understanding that what you've been journeying is just a little blip. Very soon you'll be able to look back, Saggy, and connect the dots and see why it all played out as it did. It's all part of your lesson. It's all part of your Akashic record. One of those files is being loaded. Very soon you will overcome that and you will step onto the new path, following the energy of your heart. Maybe you are realizing a little bit more about your true nature as, you know, a spiritual being having an earthly experience here. Maybe some of you are awakening to the fact that you are a starseed. So the beautiful new path is emerging for you, Saggy. Up the self-care. It's time to leave that pattern of mental energy sabotage in the past for good and embrace the new. It's January. It's the perfect time to do that. Okay, Saggy, well, I'm going to leave it there, and I hope you enjoyed this message. Keeping in mind it's a general reading for the collective, may or may not be your message specifically this month. Feel free to drop me a comment if you're called to share, guys. I read them all and do my best to respond as I can. It helps me get to know you, connect with your energy, and see what's happening out there in the collective. Saggy, it's been a pleasure once again. I'll see you back here throughout the month for plenty more readings. Bye for now.